Mhm.
Oh yeah, I got turn streamer mode on. Everyone got the music clear up?
Yep.
Check.
Alright.
There we go.
Just do the session start. Alright. So, session 5 is currently Tuesday, 2/22/2022, part 2 of the investigation.
8:22 p.m.
Pretty much. So, I think we should probably be good to start the boss fight.
Yes,
Yeah.
begin session. Automatically boss fight.
Yep.
It's deja vu, ain't it? Straight.
Oh, I know what.
Grab the boss music.
Just one of them, which out of character has me worried.
Alright, so the team has a Glamio who is apparently very angry for waking them up.
Although, should we wait to see who arrives, or?
Yeah, probably give it a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have our initiatives from last time?
What's that?
Do we still have our initiatives from last time?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the turn tracker up.
Nope.
hold it up.
Oh, it's
Oh,
gone.
apparently it's there.
Yeah, that usually
Yeah,
happens when you log out.
Well, that sucks.
Oh wow. Should we just
Reroll.
re-add initiative?
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Oh wait, there it
Wait,
is.
what?
What? Okay.
I guess re-rolling it, reset the initiatives. Okay, then.
That is
Bizarre.
yeah, like you got Levi over here with 32.
Hmm.
Wait, how did you get oh wow. Did I
I just
really roll a
realized-
crit fail on my initiative?
I just re-rolled, and the moment I re-rolled is the moment the turn order popped back up.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
know.
That's weird, but
Well, it apparently accepted my new initiative, which ended up being a terrible roll.
Hmm.
Well, I took one for the team. Hope you're happy.
alright.
Because we all know that crit fail would have been an attack later.
Yep. Howdy, Crisis. How you doing today?
Hey, Crisis. Hi, Flair.
Ruby seems more tired than usual.
Alright. So, everyone's roll initiative. The Glamio is ready. I think we can start the battle.
Angie cat.
Get the music.
Oh, right. I need to click on that.
Cat versus Fluke Doggo. Who will win?
Guess we'll see. Alright, so Levi has his first turn.
I'm going to actually roll perception
Go ahead.
on this because it just seems a bit confident. Like, there's 5 of us, and despite getting in the fight, we're all still, injured, sure, but we're fine. It's like confident.
Yeah, it does seem pretty confident. But other than that, you can't tell much. Actually, why don't everyone roll perception?
That's what I was about to ask. It's like, if we're gonna do that, we may as well have everybody roll for that. Ooh. Well, I got 2 6s.
I got 1 6.
Alright, so everyone can kind of tell that something is a little bit off about this Glamio, but you can't quite tell what. Still, Levi.
Unfamiliar. No, not unfamiliar.
Probably best to keep
I don't-
distance.
I don't trust this. Something's off. Right. Keeping distance is a good idea. So Levi's going to move over to right about here.
Mhm.
So it'd be just two movements to the left, and follow that up. Music stopped. Oh, there it goes. Follow that up with a thunder wave on the Glamio.
Right? The Glamio is now paralyzed.
Good old Thunder Wave.
Okay, you stay right there. Get a better
That
look at you.
is-
You don't.
Question: Isn't there an initiative reduction for
Yeah.
paralysis?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Let's see. There's only paralysis. Where are you? Alright, so -4 speed CS. So. One, two, three, 4.
Oh, jeez! From 30 to 18.
Yep.
That
Alright,
should definitely even the playing field.
so. Apollo.
All right. All right. Open up my character sheet for the umpteenth time.
Of course.
Oh dear, he's getting close.
Bold.
And again,
All right.
Is this Glamio a guy or a girl? Or can we
It's
tell?
a guy.
Okay.
They can tell by his voice.
I see.
All right. Let's see if this thing remembers to actually take my moves.
Thank you, Crisis, for the follow. Alright, that is 34. That's 26 damage. And is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Hedrock.
Yeah, alright. Well, I can't really get into any kind of flanking position, so he's just gonna move forwards. Give this cat a good burn.
Okay. 32.
yikes.
24 damage.
Already
That's
50
all you can
damage
really do.
been dealt to him.
And the Glamio. Alright, let's see. So. roll something. No, 3. Okay, let's see. Alright, boss. So, the Glamio made a wrong roll because it didn't update. Okay, that's an okay-ish roll.
It still has to roll to get out to see if it can act normally for
Yeah.
rounds. Is correct?
Correct. 20.
Oh yeah.
It does.
Oh yeah.
So-
It's moving. Bro. It's still moving.
The Glamio, moves down to Caster
Pulls out now.
and
Question.
What's
How
that?
far can I make an intercept?
You would basically be
I would have to be right next to him if I want to take the hit for him, wouldn't I?
no,
Actually,
be-
hang on.
yeah, I think it'd be athletics times the number of spaces zero.
Yeah, I would like to actually intercept this.
Is there
So you said athletics?
twice the number of spaces or 3 times? I forget whether it's for ranged or
I mean, I'll look it up.
melee.
Straight. What were you about to say?
Alright, straight count it up.
Ranged intercept. Full action status. An ally within movement range is hit by an adjacent foe. You must make an acrobatics or athletics check with a DC equal to 3 times the number of meters they have to move to reach the triggering ally. If you succeed, you push the triggering ally 1 meter away from you and shift to occupy their space and are hit by the triggering attack. On failure to make the check, the user still shifts a number of meters equal to a third of their check result.
So you would have to make a 6 on athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, so where did you actually find that particular move?
It's
Apollo?
in the handbook.
Oh, okay. So I have to make an athletics check for this. Right.
Athletics or acrobatics of either of 6 or higher. Hey, Sess. And you make it. So, Caster moves down, you move over, and you take 32.5 7 damage. And Caster's turn.
He's going to begrudgingly accept the help, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you're flanking.
Pocket save.
Nice.
Of course, it's a crit.
Of course, it's always that way with the freaking status effect.
And now Levi's gets his turn. To Levi.
Levi's like pausing a moment. It's like just staring at the Glamio because like just looking it up and down. He doesn't say anything, but you just notice something about it.
Thanks, Scott, for the follow.
So in this case, he's going to continue playing support for the time being and debuff it. He's just like playing it safe, use Tail Whip, and Back off.
Too many windows open. Nice one defense. And Apollo's turn.
I have too many fucking windows open. So of course I have to reopen my character sheet again because that's the only way to actually get it out of the mess.
My internet is having a fit today. That's always fun.
And pursuit misses.
Wait,
Um,
he's got
hold
flank.
up.
He's got flanks, I believe.
Does he?
No, I don't.
Not from
think
there,
he does. Never mind.
No.
No, he doesn't.
You'd have to either be here or here.
Question: how many double teams would I have to blow to make this hit?
Let's see.
Probably one.
Probably, but let's see what the GM says.
Pursuit is 2, right?
2 plus target evasion, yes.
Yeah.
And Apollo rolled a 5.
That would be a 1.
All right, I'll do it.
Right. So 31. 24. And Padrock.
All right. So no sense in changing strategy here. And Spitfire.
That
Pretty
moment,
much.
that moment when he could have benefited from the flanking maneuver, but didn't.
He's a bit nervous to get into close range, and not like his
Understandably
little legs
so.
can carry him far.
And the Glamio cannot move. Tester.
Ooh.
Actually, wait. I thought the DC check was 5.
Is it? Let me see.
At the end of the day, it's still the GM's decision, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
DC 5.
it is
too.
5.
That was so close to
So,
a paralysis, though.
the Glamio. Alright, so the Glamio decides it is a little angry at the rock box blocking his move, and
Oh no.
oh yeah, 46.
Ow.
Yep. So,
Wait, this is, if it's to target hit the user with a damaging move instead of base of 10.
so Elevie is knocked out. Takes an injury.
I didn't hit him with a move, though. That's the thing. Huh. I don't think that's actually really high base damage if it really is that much. God damn.
If it target hits the user with the damage. Oh, okay. Actually, hold on.
Yeah, you had it set to the 10 damage.
No,
already.
I thought it was if the user was damaged at all.
No. Nope.
Alright.
Oh, that's not much less, is it?
Give you those 36 back. Minus 26.
Literally on the edge.
So it'd be minus
And he's still taking
16.
injury.
Well, 16 damage, so
Wait. God damn it. I keep-
Yeah, you gotta remember his defense as well.
16 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still a crap ton of damage, though.
Still taking injury. But it is now Casper's turn.
It's a good thing I didn't take the attack first. Ouch.
Okay. Let's try and whittle this thing down.
You said I take an injury from this?
Wait, no, that would have missed, wouldn't it? Or is that with the minus whatever from blind?
Oh yeah, she was blinded.
Yeah.
He
I
was
completely forgot
blinded.
about blind.
God damn.
Ah!
So he didn't
Let's
take
take
any
it back.
damage at all, did he?
No,
No.
injury.
No injury there. That misses. Okay.
Caster,
Completely derped there.
You
I'm
saved
helping.
my life.
I'm helping!
Not only did I block Caster's attack, but there was also the fact that the payback was doing more damage than it intended. But then we had to follow that back because he blinded it. So, in effect, Olivia helped him, Caster helped him.
We're even as long as we're counting today.
No kidding.
Hey, might as well check for crit.
Oh, he's so
If only
close.
it was an Absol right now.
Alright, so first damage 24. 1. Alright, so minus 17. And Alavi.
Oh. Something about that recent attack made my life flash before my eyes.
Just a little bit. Okay.
There may have been mistakes that turn.
Struggle materialization fail.
Nope.
Wait, flank.
Try again.
Nope.
And fail again.
Okay, so Levi, your turn.
Hold on. I'm gonna have Apollo take a free action here before Levi goes. Apollo's gonna look to Alvi and motion for them to back up so they can take their position in the flank. Taking particular note of the injury they just took and the vulnerability that they are in right now.
Fair. I can actually move after making an attack, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You haven't
Yeah.
shifted yet.
So, you'll back away then.
Alright, so Levi.
Wait. That was.
Waiting.
No, I thought you were gonna do something.
He did.
Apollo just told Alavi to step back so he can pick the flank.
Oh.
But it's your turn.
Dang it. Okay, so going to move in again. And this time,
Levi is looking.
I could just keep doing that, but actually, yeah, I will keep doing that. The tail whip and retreat.
Right.
Maintaining distance from the enemy, as well as Levi just seems a bit more cautious about this Glamio, having like seen something about it.
Continuing to be a coward.
Apollo.
Was that in character, Howdy?
Yes.
Oh,
You
that-
don't see what nice.
One.
Hit it again! Hit it again!
Harder, harder.
Right. 28.
Man, how much health does this guy have?
I
Probably.
did not get a response to that question I asked in.
I did respond to you.
Oh.
And
I'm
that
just
would be
asking,
a,
like, sort of like point of reference. Like, is he even like flinching or like, what's his condition? Like,
He looks a little weakened. He looks a little bit weakened. His body's bruised up, but he doesn't look like he's flinching at all.
Madrock's gonna shuffle back a step.
If anything, he looked a little more determined than ever.
Continue his assault from a distance.
How much punishment has this cat taken?
That's a lot.
Okay.
I'll
Not very
believe.
probable.
Wait, actually, I'll wait till my turn comes around.
And the Glamio. Glamio can move. Let's see. So the Glamio, you hit it forward, so turns to Apollo and
Oh, yeah, that's oh, that was almost a crit.
40.5.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness.
Yay, type in.
We actually have the
Yay,
type
type
matchup.
advantage. Otherwise, that would have been very nasty.
If that was the type matchup calculator we had before, Apollo probably wouldn't have taken any damage at all.
I know.
Caster. Yes, we fixed the type calculator because it was wrong before.
Yep, we had two things flipped these.
And the Glamiel is growling, that's the one.
Save me advantage.
Nope.
Whoops. Wrong move.
That's
Why?
Oh, I meant to
Why?
use tackle the first time, but oh well. I'm committed to tail whip now.
Yeah, reroll tail whip.
Okay, wow,
Oh, that hit.
okay.
Alright.
Good tail swishing.
A
And
floof
Paladin.
attack.
How
So,
did you roll that with the
given-
damage numbers?
I mean, given a lot of what's been going on, can I actually roll perception to try again on what's going on with this Glamio now that we're a little closer to him?
Go ahead. But,
Oh, come
Nope.
on!
you can tell that the Glamio is just growling menacingly, but you can't really see anything other than that.
Look,
I think
what is that
would
roll?
be a standard action.
Yep, that was his standard action, but he's gonna move closer over here.
Levi.
Why does everybody
Levi-
have so many dice? Goddamn.
What's up?
I feel like I have proportionally less dice than everyone else on skill checks.
Oh, don't feel too bad. I have like a balance going through. I have nothing over 3d6.
I think my only fives are survival and perception, along with medicine. That's it.
Trust me, like my highest in any of my skill checks is 3, and my lowest is 1. So you're fine.
Mine are heavily specialized.
Okay.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
said, Levi is still trying to figure out the best way to go about it, but ultimately decides to
Hydrate.
Sure.
Ultimately decides to.
I'm sorry, that threw me.
He decides to hydrate.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wait, what? I mean, I have a water bottle here. I'll just take a quick swig.
Somebody redeemed channel points for the Pikachu to drink up.
Thanks.
Pika drink.
All right.
Just casually pulls that water bottle.
Yeah, it was all from 0.
Yep.
Yeah, it was all 0, and I'll
Yeah.
explain later. I'll explain after the fight.
Yeah.
Levi's just like looking at this cat, like, while Alivi's still trying to figure it out, Levi knows they have a strong idea of what's going on here, and they don't like it. And there goes my internet. There we go.
Rip.
I'm sorry, my internet's giving me a fit right now. Anyway, Levi is going to, spurred by Caster, aim to prove him wrong. Moving right over next to Apollo, he's charged up, claws on the ground, it's like, really? A coward. Again, that's really what you think I am.
Is it really now the time to be bickering?
And one more roll.
Are you
Wow.
kidding me?
Okay, game.
Nope.
Game
cool.
just
Okay,
decided.
call heat.
Nope. Can't.
That's 2 misses right there.
It's
It's starting to
isn't
heat
it
up.
technically 1 miss?
No, I think he missed his other attack too.
Did Levi miss his previous attack?
No,
he
Levi
just-
got tail whip off.
Yeah, he.
Yeah,
Just tail whip. No. That's just one.
So that's Apollo now.
Oh well.
And I am just going to continue to slappy the ground.
Oh my God! What are these rolls today?
That's a critical
Oh,
hit.
that's a crit. That's a crit.
So 47. 1.
I blame Sansi.
We all blame Zanzi.
Alright. So the Glamio.
And injuries?
That doesn't sound correct.
Oh no, that's
I know what's going on here. And suddenly, a lot of dots in Apollo's head are going to connect.
Yeah. That's about right.
Were they?
Are they not
Ouch.
breathing?
No.
Apollo
No, they're not.
leans down and checks them over. Shit.
Glamio is not breathing.
Oh my
Do we
God.
have free movement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apollo? What did you do?
Apollo didn't do anything, Alivi.
We just killed this Glamio. And I think I have a pretty good idea as to what happened. Or what
Roll,
exactly we did.
General education.
Well,
Was he
that why-
sick?
Is that why they just would not go down?
General education. Whoops. Nope. That was Pokemon education.
There we
So,
go.
you know exactly based on stories from New Dawn what happened.
I thought the drug
shall I explain?
is
Or you want to
uh,
talk about it, Apollo?
I thought the drug that the Zells of Zarellan were making died with them.
Drug?
And he
Clearly not all of it.
Definitely.
well,
not all
okay.
of it.
point of order, I'm getting talked over a lot.
Yeah.
For context, Alvi, there was a drug that was being passed around during the days of the New Masters that made people very resilient to pain. Unfortunately, it did nothing to improve their defenses. So people were able to persist in fights long past what they were supposed to. But if you got too badly hurt, eventually your own injuries that you suffered would kill you. And your body had no way of knowing that it was past the point of being able to stay in a fight until it was too late.
So a full systemic shutdown.
For lack of a better term, yes.
Are there any particular cases that would be able to identify this?
This is probably the first case, at least that I know of, that's come up in the last few decades. Guildmaster Rain worked tirelessly to drive this thing out of existence.
You don't believe that they have that still on their person, do you? Or if there's anything left in their...
Apollo starts sniffing around at the Glamio to see if there's anything else on them.
You see, there's a metal bracelet on his arm or leg.
Are there any markings on the metal bracelet?
Nope.
All right.
But everyone roll perception.
Two 18s in a row.
Apollo is blind doggo.
So most of you can see little green distortions starting to form around you.
Oh dear. I think the phantasms are returning.
Do our badges do the teleport thing?
Apollo puts an arm around the Glamio's body. Only one way to find out. Apollo then uses his other paw to grab at his badge.
The badge
Alright.
glows, but nothing happens.
Shit, we're gonna have to leg it out of here then.
Mark the way
is
back.
Wait,
Padrock is
Wait.
frantically tapping his badge.
these are the phantasms we already fought.
And directly south of you, another one appears. This one kind
Follow.
of just looks around and then looks at the team and kind of just stares at them before motioning his head to Glamio. Put him to the side.
My character. Part of what you just said got muffled.
The Umbreon here looks to the team and then motions his head to the Glamio and says, put him to the side.
Phantasms are speaking.
Can they talk?
You can
Alright.
talk.
Apollo takes a few steps back and grabs Glamio by the scruff and starts moving him over this way.
Let me get him out of the way for you.
And the other green things are growling at you and look like they're about to attack.
Okay.
There's no getting out of this. We're going to have to fight.
Surely you can't talk this out. Can't we?
The Umbreon is glaring at the other green distortions before these pop up. And then the Umbreon disappears.
What
Um,
the...
The Umbreon is replaced by a Zorua question mark?
I said we're going to have to fight. Are you going to help me or not?
Of course.
Only one way we can. Let's. All right, everyone, let's do this.
Before that happens, can I have Caster like take off the little metal wristband thing on the Glamio so we can figure out what the hell it is later?
You'll have to do that after the fight, because there isn't enough time to get it off. So, the next music.
Ugh. This day just keeps getting worse, doesn't it?
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, let me turn the music up.
And now it is Padrock's turn.
What are we
Of all
saying
the
oh no
songs.
about?
Oh no.
It's
I
the music that
know
was
the
chosen.
song.
I don't recognize it, sadly.
Well,
Oh, it sounds so weird without the vocals.
Yeah, I'm not going to be used to vocals because I don't want to risk it.
Fair.
what song is this?
This
Song
It's
of
from
the
Nier
Ancients.
Yeah,
Song of the
Nier
Ancients.
Yeah. Song of the Ancients
Alright.
from Nier Automata.
Well, knowing what he knows about this place, he's gonna aim for the Frogadier. Because they look pretty wet.
Yep.
Boom.
28. 25.
Oof.
30. Oh yeah, I gotta roll initiative for them. I'm an idiot.
I,
Oh, frog deer.
Gonna set these and then move back to Glamio is dead. Now
who even are you?
listen, Felicity always sent me to help you guys. She knew you were in danger.
Well, the
I'll
help is
ask how-
appreciated.
I'll ask how she knew that later. We need to get through this and get out of here first.
Agreed. The Noctowl. Let's see. Noctowl flies over to Caster. And Texan.
I think that technically has advantage
Yep.
because of the what's it the pupper.
Yeah,
Mm,
but doesn't matter.
No crit, thank God. I mean, it still hurts, but
Yeah, it's no fun.
Alright, Caster's turn.
okay, he's gonna let out a muffled swear and
Bump him back. I'll take your cut rear.
1, 2, 3. Let me think. 4. This should work. Yeah. It is time to play bumper cars, boys and girls.
Bumper cars. Boing.
21. Alright, Alavi.
And as promised, while he's putting himself in a bit of a silly spot, it's better than what he would have been doing.
Point of order, Alavi, you just move yourself into flanking position, into a position to be flanked.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
5 seconds.
I was looking at that. I was like, probably up better up here. But let's see what we can do here. Okay. And not much better. Well,
21. Wait, no.
it's
Oh, yeah.
it's rock based. Oh, that's
and that
right.
is
It's
actually not
flying,
very
isn't it?
effective.
Fuck!
20.5.
I forgot. Right.
So now the Zura. His character sheet. Let's see. Oh, yeah,
You
that's
got a
definitely
really
it.
high initiative on there.
What type are you? Okay. So, your character sheet out, you're dead. Nice. Well, good luck, Howard.
Uh-oh.
So, the Zora looks at the Noctowl and $50, 125,
What is that?
and the Noctowl goes poop. And let's see. Alright, so 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Attacks the Brigadier.
Zoro over here with his shadow clones over here.
20. And this one does the same thing.
They're all using Phantom Bash, huh?
And the Brigadier poops. This one is not in range of anything, so just moves closer. This one attacks this one. And this one does the same thing.
And he's gonna just deal with all of them without us even interfering at this point.
And this one attacks the Meryl.
You know, I'm not complaining. we just kind of had like 2 back-to-back boss fights,
Alright,
sort of.
Levi.
Well,
Ah. I'm reminded of a different story, but I'm glad they're on our side. Nathan. He just shakes his head, like trying to get back in focus before moving up, away from the Meryl and towards the Herdier. They can get advantage of the dark clones. He's going to target the Herdier with a Thunder Shock.
Right. So, 24. And the Herdier. These go off. Let's see. The Herdier looks at this clone and why are you not doing that?
You might. Are you trying to click on it
Yeah.
to attack? If it The extra token probably doesn't have a character sheet attached, so you need to click on the regular Zoro token. It doesn't want to do targeting stuff if it doesn't have a character sheet attached.
No, it's got a character sheet.
Oh, it does?
Have you attached the character sheet to the token?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it might just being a butt. Being a butt then.
If all else fails, you can just try using the attack non-targeted.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that for now and figure it out later.
Mm-hmm.
And now it doesn't want to attack at all. Oh.
Does the herdier have a character sheet attached to it?
Yeah.
It's been attacking, so I would assume so, yeah.
I have no idea what the hell is going on.
Is the targeting mode still up?
Is what?
Is the targeted mode still up?
No, I turned it to a non-targeted to try and attack, and it's giving me the error when I'm not aiming.
Yes, like if the sometimes when you do that, the targeted text box is still up. You have to hit X on it, or deselect the token altogether to get it to work properly.
I'm gonna refresh.
All right.
Yeah, it's being a butt.
Reopen your sheet.
Do these clones have different defenses than the Zorla itself?
Yeah. Still giving me the syntax error.
If it's giving you the syntax error, then you'll need to find some way to shoehorn in the attack without targeting mode on.
Yeah. So it hits the Lura. Lura takes 13 damage from the tackle. Alright. That many. And the Merle. Let's see if the Merle can do anything. Let's see. So the Merle targets the real Dora. Nope. And misses. Go Apollo.
Alright. Open this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out later.
Oh.
On the Merle.
Nice.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Meryl.
That's a
Is-
dark move on Fairy, so it's super.
Yeah, I was about to
48,
ask.
1.5.
Bye, Meryl.
60 damage,
Now-
and the
Now
Merle
that
takes
is an exorcism if one ever existed.
and Padrock.
Alright, well, with one of them left. One, three. And head of Weasel for luck.
And a weasel for luck.
Burn.
It's an 18.
Not a crit, but it burns.
No, it doesn't.
It can't be
You gotta-
burned.
Yeah, you gotta remember it's a ghost.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't get burned.
Oh yeah, they don't burn.
And poof.
Doesn't matter anyway.
And we get out of this cave now. Before more of these bastards show up.
That wasn't more. That was just a repeat of the ones that we already fought.
Point still stands.
The Laura disperses all of his clones and then runs over to the Glamio, smacks his bracelet, and then says, "All right, let's go."
What?
Right behind you. I
Is
marked
that
the way.
you?
I left markers along the way that
Ruben, you're cutting out.
we came. We can just retrace them back to the start.
Oh yes, the crudely marked arrows. I remember those. Yes.
The Zora says, "No point. The bracelet's off. Let's just use the badge."
The badges weren't working though.
Because of him, he
Great.
just turned his bracelet off.
That's
That
what
was-
Stopped it?
Huh.
That's a problem then.
What
Good
the-
to
Padrock
know.
tests his badge.
What could possibly interrupt something like that?
Let's find that
Try
out
that.
after we get out of here.
Right.
So you use
What
your
happens
badges.
when he tries?
Are you going
Yeah.
to grab the Glamio or leave it here?
We are definitely taking the body with us.
Glamio, taking the Glamio. She's like, "Come here, you're coming with us."
All right.
What, you want to give it a proper burial, Apollo?
No, I want to take this thing over to Rain and Anak to give this thing a proper autopsy and figure out why this drug that was supposed to be gone just cropped up on this mission.
I would agree. A dangerous drug like that should not exist. Not again.
You teleport back out of the cave and are now outside.
Oh. I never thought I would ever be happy to
Right.
see the light again.
I'm just gonna say that the Glamio is on Apollo's back. I'll place the token.
All right.
Fair.
As for the
Why
Umbreon,
Wait, the Umbreon's back.
are we not back in town?
Because we got out of the dungeon.
Padrock taps his badge again.
Patrick, it's probably best you don't mess with something you don't understand. Even I don't.
Aren't they supposed to take you directly back to town?
Nope. Just out of harm's way, or as far away from it as you can. Apollo looks out the cave to try and get an idea as to how late it is.
It is currently nightfall.
We've been in there for some time, it seems.
No.
I also relate the map with the dark layer.
It's good.
So-
Are we even close enough to make the journey back at this time of night?
yes, we are.
Okay, good.
It's just a quick walk.
But
So
How did he get so
the
late?
Umbreon stares at the team for a moment and then disappears.
okay,
Good.
On with the wind.
seriously, first the Umbreon leads us into the cave, and now it's standing outside of the cave and then left. What was that Umbreon's deal?
Probably wanted us to go in and unfuck whatever was going on in there.
No,
But he
don't ever
attacked us earlier, what did he not?
Don't ever trust these things. I've fought them before.
What
Path
were
is
they?
clear right now.
Wasn't
Well,
the Umber? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah. But what were these phantasms exactly?
These, we call them distortions.
So, kind of a ghost, but not really.
You could say.
Call them that because they act so weirdly?
I'll explain more when we get back.
Going to roll. Moment. Nope. Can leave that
How were you
alone.
able to fool them?
Let's just say distortions don't exactly have any intelligence. They're chaotic beings.
Just seems they'd be able to, like, sniff your normalness or something like that.
Caster Elevate.
Sorry. Was checking a message.
Strange that the Umbreon was the only one that didn't attack us, though.
But he did. Unless it was a different one.
Like I said, these things are chaotic. They don't ever make any sense.
So you disguised yourself as one of the distortions.
I did.
Hmm. You had me wondering if those phantasms could actually speak. I guess not.
I was hoping for a moment to get to talk to one of them.
don't-
That's probably a moment you're gonna be glad you didn't have.
Agreed.
Unless you like sitting around graveyards.
So everyone returns back to the town. I have to do a little copy because I forgot something. So back here. If you'll load, that would be great. I'm going to
Roll
refresh
load.
roll 20.
Roll 20.
Mm.
If.
Load, please.
Thank you. Didn't want to have to end the session.
I'm still thinking about it.
Let me know when everyone loads.
Loading. Still critically hit.
There we go.
The biggest
just re-
Mappus.
I just reloaded.
Get loaded for everyone.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh.
The biggest Mappus.
Take it for you, Apollo.
I'm loading in now.
You good, Levi?
There we go.
I
So
still need a moment to get my internet in order, but otherwise I'm fine.
So everyone's good?
Yep.
Down here. I'm gonna go up to the guild. I'll take the Glamio with me, just...
Paula comes up beside the Zora and bends down so they can better get at the body.
He takes the Glamio with him and says, I'll see you guys later. Just be careful.
Will do.
What was, before you go, what was your name?
Felix.
I'll remember that.
Sorry, could you spell that?
I think he said, like, yeah,
Okay.
Felis. Yeah.
Can you throw the journal entry in for us?
A journal entry?
Huh?
I don't think
yeah.
I don't think we have journal entries for these.
Oh, we do. I mean, like, that's literally how character sheets are made.
Oh, I haven't made one for him. But he's...
Do you at least have a character sheet?
Yeah, I have a character.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah.
All right, you can say just like, let the players see this. You don't have to give us like edit or write privileges.
Yeah, he's talking about like just known NPCs kind of thing. You would just see their biography and nothing more.
Okay,
Pick this boy.
here he comes.
He's got a very dark color to him.
Dark type.
So,
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no,
you
it's
can't just ask Azora why they're dark.
so he wanders off towards the guild, and you can freely wander the town.
That is the second of Glacey's friends that have come to our help this day.
He has a lot of friends, it would seem.
Well, she is a friendly person.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Why? Something's off.
Was the other one sent by Glacy, or what?
He specified that little Glacy had warned him that we would be in trouble and came to our aid that time. The
Yeah,
Mighty Anna, on the
Felix
other
did.
hand,
Yeah.
the Mighty Anna, on the other hand, happened to be there by coincidence.
They were on the way to New Treasure Town, and they just happened to be around.
Okay, so it's not like Glacy's predicted both times then.
And again, it wouldn't really surprise me if she could do that.
That's just
What do you
ridiculous.
mean?
What could possibly predict time?
Someone very closely associated with time.
And that would be...
We literally just passed a shrine to Celebi.
Well, there's...
Well, it's not... Yes, I know that Celebi, but I thought they only traveled it.
Alavi, I'm going to tell you something from one nomad to a hermit.
Go
Never
on.
assume someone's capabilities before you actually see it for yourself. We have no idea what Glacy's capable of, beyond that they're a Glaceon.
Everyone
Sorry.
roll perception.
Glacy only
Before-
assumes the
before
form
we
of a
do-
Glaceon, so it's easier for our feeble minds to comprehend.
Before we roll perception, Padrock's going to say to Elvie,
What
if
does
you
that
want
mean
someone
to
to see the
any games
future,
today?
fine. Fine.
Go ahead, Padrock.
If you want someone to see the future, you go to either a Xatu or a Delphox. There's Pokemon who can read the future.
So everyone notices something glowing blue about here
Fuck.
between the buildings.
Levi, you see that?
That's very odd.
Yeah.
Speaking of Azatu,
He's very carefully peeking around the corner in curiosity.
Follow is
Remember
showing
that.
no such caution.
And the glow is over here.
this is usually where Glacy of Alice would have been hanging out, but they don't seem to be here.
Well, it's because she's right over there with Serenity.
Is she? Oh,
Yeah.
so she is.
Is that the glow?
Oh, it's
Blue
the blue
glow
fire.
is coming from the flame.
I didn't know why. I don't know why I didn't assume that at first.
Evening, Glacy.
Hey.
I like how the Vaporeon is physically inside the fountain. It just something about it just makes me giggle.
It's like I am one with the fountain.
Follow,
They are one with the water anyway.
walks around the fire a moment before setting himself down, and is just looking into the flames.
Like, before you ask, I know where you guys went, and I know what you fought.
Then you know how it ended.
Those
Venus
things were
did-
distortions.
Felix did mention that you had mentioned it to us.
Technically, he shouldn't be there. He should be elsewhere.
There's nothing personnel's out.
So, Glacialis is just staring into the blue flame, and she's like, those things came from where I'm from. Back where I'm from, we called them distortions, and they're basically exactly what what their name implies. They distort space and time to manifest into creatures.
So they were never really there, but no matter how many times you destroy them, they come back. Correct?
Yeah.
Are they?
What if I roll-
Go ahead.
You first.
Are they? Okay, I'll go. Are they a symptom of something, or are they the cause of something?
Back where I'm from, there was, let's just say, a huge problem in the world. The distortions were formed from that problem, basically reflected in an energy that was in the distortion world. They were basically mirrored from that energy.
Could I roll a cult to see if Padrock would have a guess?
This would be way beyond anyone's range.
Well, more like there's a particular legendary, but I think like he'd probably need to roll a cult to see if he'd be able to recall the name.
That'd probably be Pokemon Ed. If you're referring to the legendary in the distortion world, it'd be Pokemon Ed.
Well, just because distortion seems pretty occulty.
So, you do... Levi recognizes the distortion world as being home to a very powerful legendary Pokemon.
I wouldn't
So even
touch
though
Caster knows what the name is.
that. I wouldn't touch that.
guarantee is probably pretty occulty, Padrock wouldn't be able to recognize the name at all.
Glacier already said no, so
Yeah. Caster knows the name of what's in the distortion world.
so Giratina was the cause?
No, Giratina was trying to fight it off. In my world, it took a long time to get rid of this energy, but how do
You
I
can
even
only
begin
displace
to
it.
No, it was gone, but how do I even explain this? I'm not from this timeline. When I came here, my role was to fix things, but it seems that the problem with his timeline is mirroring what it happened in mine.
So you're from a parallel dimension, sort of thing?
You could say that, yes.
Huh. Why am I not surprised by this?
You believe this?
I believed in parallel dimensions in some aspects, as in you stare into water and you see a reflection of yourself. What if that reflection blinked back?
That's not a.
Scrying.
That's not a par.
I know, it may not sound the same, but it's the best analogy I have.
But that shouldn't be. Caster's gonna like rub at his temple with a paw. He can feel a headache coming on.
Estella just shakes her head and she's like, I'll just come out with it. I came here from Dialga's power.
I know Mom said that you were connected with him, but she never gave too many specifics about it.
Yeah. Hold on.
I was not really certain what to make of everything. Seeing the first green ghost, well, distortion, as you say.
Mhm.
Everything seemed to work backwards with them.
Looks like Bryce is goofing for a moment. You're gonna restart your internet?
Yes.
Should we take a small break?
Yeah.
In that case.
Sure.
Because my internet's dropping like every 3 minutes and it's getting annoying.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we're gonna take a small break and wait for Bryce to return.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna quickly BRB.
By the way, Straight, you still here?
I'm here.
So there's something you missed on that route twice, actually, that I'm surprised you didn't notice.
What?
A hidden cavern leading to an item.
I know there were a few items that we missed because we took a different path, but
No, on the route.
Yeah. He's talking about the way there
Huh.
and back.
yeah, I did not. I didn't see anything, and I had no reason to believe there was anything else there.
Well, you did make the map originally.
Did I?
You did. That was the first map in your campaign.
The first map I did was Moor Peak Woods.
The trip from the cavern to Apollo's house, when you had to pay the, well, not pay the bridge toll, but convince them with the new Master's badge.
I think I know where at least one of those things is.
Yeah. After the session, I'll show you where it was, and you'll probably remember it. So how's everyone doing in chat?
I think I'm gonna get some chips here real quick.
Yeah. Pretty good?
You gotta love the calm, serene music that's used for the nighttime stuff, though. That's what gets me.
If you knew where this music was from, wouldn't quite think it was calm and serene. I'm sure already knows where it's from.
City ruins. Ah.
Yeah, I know where it's from. I don't know the context though. I didn't play Automato.
Yeah.
The name title should be more than enough to explain it.
I mean, Nier Automata is depression, the video game.
Pretty much. It's Yoko Taro at his finest.
Hope he didn't kill any robots.
I'm gonna refresh the screen page too. Hopefully Bryce's internet comes back up soon.
Yeesh, his internet must have really crashed on him.
He just came back online. Waiting for him to rejoin the call. There he is. Back with us, Bryce?
Here's hoping that fixes the issue, and I don't just keep dropping every 2 minutes.
Hopefully.
I'll actually get a word in edgewise. Although I do need to reload the map, because
Yeah.
doing that did break my entire connection.
Let me know when you're ready.
Mm-hmm. Will do. Just getting a few things.
Ironed out.
Yes.
Is everyone else here?
Check.
8,000?
I'm here.
Alright. You good, Bryce?
Internet's up. The booster's still connecting, but I can still talk and hear everything just fine. So, yes, I'm here.
Alright.
Things seem to be stable at the moment.
Guess we'll see.
Indeed.
Alright. So, back to the stream.
Thank you for your patience, chat.
Yee.
So, Voice was talking about the distortions and where they came from and how she
Yeah.
got here.
Aluvi did ask like something in relation to the distortions and said something about them working backwards.
Yeah, they can do that. They never really made sense in my world, but I can understand them doing that.
You
That's
happen
not their
to...
default.
You say you know the things before they happen, correct?
Before they happen?
Or do they happen presently?
No, they just happen.
Well,
It's
maybe you
never
can
really
explain.
telling where they show up or when. You just have to kind of deal with them when they do.
Then perhaps you can explain something.
What's that?
There was one particular phantasm, well, distortion, that seemed not very hostile at first, became hostile, and then is no longer hostile again after we exit the cave. It just simply vanished, as it was waiting for us. It's almost as if it was guiding us in.
I wouldn't say it was guiding you. The distortions never make sense, as I said. So, whatever they do, they're doing out of chaotic will.
That's strange.
I suppose once you hear it enough times, you might believe it.
Maybe so.
There's none. The
Just-
fact that they're here, it's not likely they're going to be the last ones to ever fight.
It's just I just can't shake the feeling that something about that Umbreon had something different about it.
I suppose I should explain everything about why I'm here.
Before you do, you said something odd. You made it sound like their backwards type matching was something you weren't surprised by. Is that not their default?
That's kind of the thing that they do, yes.
But not always?
As far as I've dealt with, that was what they did. There could be other things, but we just don't know enough.
Okay.
And
Just the way you phrased it made it seem like they had other things they did instead.
Also, Artemis, are you ready?
Yep.
And she's kind of keeps staring into the flame, and she's like, "When I first came here, Eternatus hadn't woken yet. This was long ago. I met Artemis before he joined Team Wayfinder. Things led to others, and I was eventually introduced to Moria. Took a while, but I eventually brought myself to tell him what I was here for. Seems which. Alright. So. Alright, Artie?
Yep.
Your part.
Okay. Artie is just curled up on the couch and just resting, just taking a little nap on a lazy day. And where his better half, Moria, is clicking through his screens here and there on the old ancient computer Absolute has up here. He was old even when Artie first met Moria, but it works, and that's what's important, right? Moria kind of perks up as she hears the click click clack of claws as someone's coming up the stairs.
So the Glaceon steps up the stairs. Her paws are light, but she makes the occasional sound that would be easily heard by the two Absol at the top of the bell tower. She's not trying to be quiet after all. When she gets to the top, she looks around at the two with her ears perked, seeing them in, well, their typical places. And she smiles at them as she steps around the bell with a quiet purr. Hey, looks like you two are busy as usual. She kind of looks at Artemis and pokes her tongue out at him teasingly.
Moria kind of turns to face her, and Artie just rolls himself upright. Good afternoon, Glacialis. Moria says, and Artie quickly follows. Hi, Glace. And Artie kind of shakes his head and wakes himself up properly, and popped off the couch. And Moria sort of pads and steps over towards Glacialis, giving her like a small, friendly nuzzle. What brings you, dear?
She kind of makes a little giggle when Artemis greets her, and her tail does its signature playful sway before she's nuzzled by Moria, and she briefly returns it. Though she's smiling, it seems something's on her mind, and after a moment of shifting her forepaws on the floor, she looks towards the view from the tower. Says, I have something to confess to you two. I've been keeping it for a while.
One moment. Artie starts to move forward and close the distance, sort of canting his head and confused. And Moria just kind of frowns. It's hard to tell, but her guard is up. She knows a lot better than most how dangerous secrets and people who keep secrets can be. Go on, she says. And Artie asks, what do you mean exactly, Glacy? And he goes and settles down next to Moria, squeezing out of her paw.
Glacialis sees Moria's defense and quietly sighs before taking a step back and looking to the floor. Clearly, she'll be walking on ice if she's not careful. Ironic given her type. I'm not from here, he finally speaks up, though it could be perhaps obvious already given her speech patterns and subtle accent she carries. She's definitely not native.
Now it's Moria's turn to canter head, and she lets herself relax a little bit more. Well, of course not. I'm not familiar with many Glacian who have adornments like yours, she says, giving a nod towards her paws. That much is obvious. Though, that's not exactly what you mean, is it? She, her tone is like kind but firm, but Artemis cuts in. Moria, I know you're different, Glacialis. Just tell us what's going on.
She hears the Absol's comments on the stones in her paws, her tail flicking a bit with the white ribbon waving opposite to its movements. She takes a deep breath and tries to collect herself. I figured it'd be pretty obvious. I'm not from Cassia, but rather, I'm not from this world or timeline. She takes another step toward the edge of the tower to look out. I'm sure you've noticed my occasional absence. How I go off to do something and am not around as much as as much as I'd like to be. You're both Absol. You've felt it, haven't you? The subtle distortions that occasionally happen.
Artie kind of stumbles back, confused. If it was some kind of joke, it's definitely in poor taste. What are you talking about? That's impossible. He says, though he believes the word less and less even as he speaks. Artie's seen for himself the insane things some of Cassia's relics can do, especially with regards to time. Super speed, a reset back into the past. Other more outlandish things aren't outside the realm of possibility. Moria, on the other hand, wraps her claws against the floor, mulling it over. If anything, she doesn't seem too surprised. Here I had assumed it was all Neoplasma's doing. The tremors, the distortions.
The Glacian slightly freezes up at Artemis' initial words, though she can tell from his tone he's not entirely convinced of what he's saying. After hearing what Moria says, she shakes her head. They're part of it, but not the whole. This world's been unstable for a long time. Plasma's involvement only worsens it, and they need to be dealt with, but there have been temporal distortions that are slowly eating away at this world. I've been doing what I can to fix them, and that's why I came here. Dialga sent me to stabilize this timeline. As she speaks, the stones in her paws glimmer faintly, and a mild sense of unease can faintly be felt from somewhere else. Yet again.
Moria's temper flares for a moment, and she bites back a swear. That sort of spectral flame sizzling and showing on her horn and gem for a brief moment. No matter how hard we try, no matter what we do, is it never enough? Even now. She just hangs her head and sighs, dragging a paw down her face. And Artie, leans in and wraps his arm around her side and squeezes her. Thank you, dear. Anytime. Glacialis, if what you say is true, then why is this all happening? And why hide it from us for so long?
Her ears flatten at Moria's anger, putting her on edge. And when the Absol starts to settle down, her gaze looks to the floor as she exhales at Artie's question. She turns to look back at them, a bit more serious. If I came to you that day, when we first met, and said I'm from another timeline, would you have believed me? Before you met Moria, Absolute, Team Wayfinder, would you have thought anything I said was true? Or would you have thought me crazy and just passed me on? She shakes her head and slowly walks to her side. though she's looking off, as though she's trying to hide the guilt of her secret. As for the other, Dialga is as secretive to me as I had to be to others. You'd have expected me working for him for so long he'd tell me things, but all I know is it can be fixed. Eventually.
Artie now it's Artie's turn to just hang his head and just sigh. She has a point. When you put it that way, no, I wouldn't have. I can still barely believe some of the things I've seen and done with the Wade Finders, much less the stories of what Moria's done. Moria sort of allows herself a small grin. To be fair, I still think you're a bit crazy. You have to be to like being around us. He sticks his tongue out playfully for a second.
Makes a little huff at Artie's comment and just turns back to him, lifting a paw to lightly nudge his side. Fine, fair enough. But being where I'm from, I suppose it's impossible not to be.
Still, it doesn't feel great to know that all our effort might be pointless because some legendary needs to be cryptic. No, hon, don't give me that look. You're guilty of it too sometimes. Artie gives Moria a playful shove, and she just sort of pouts and gives him puppy dog eyes for a second.
He just kind of glances at Moria and can't help a little smile before she takes a step back and slowly sits down. Honestly, being in the spiritual council, that's where I once served. You're taught to keep a low profile. Go in, make relations, and then say something when it's time. It doesn't always work, and when it doesn't, things get nasty. But I'm glad you two didn't lose it. She just looks between them and just seems a little tense, but relaxes a bit. Can you trust me?
Artie opens and closes his mouth a few times, and he can already feel a headache building. Great. More strange, esoteric terminology he'll have to try and keep straight in his mind. As if he and the team didn't have enough already on their plates already, damn it. Hey. Well, I can't speak for Moria, but you've never done anything to hurt us, to hurt me. On the contrary, you've been nothing but sweet and helpful. So, for now, I guess I can trust you. Moria takes a little bit longer to reply, and she keeps her gaze firmly fixed out the window as she mulls it over. I can't say I like that you lied to us, but I completely understand why. So long as you really only mean to help and don't want to hurt us, hurt Cassia, I can trust you for now.
She takes a small step closer to them and steps her paw on the floor. I don't want to keep more secrets from you. I want to be here as much as I can be. You're more in me than just ones I met during my task. I don't want to lose the time we spent together. And I promise, I'll make sure this world doesn't crumble in time, as long as we can keep the ones who damaged it from doing so.
Moria nods for a moment, her composure finally kind of coming back to her. I understand, Glacialis. This is a lot to take in, even for me. She says, shooting Glacy the smallest hint of a smile. Hell, if that isn't an understatement. Barty grumbles. Do what you need to, Glacialis. Well, I appreciate the support and friendship, at least. We're still trying to make the best of what we have.
Glacialis just nods and smiles at the two. I'll try. So, Glacialis just continues to stare at the flame as she's telling her story. We were close, but problems elsewhere kept pulling me away. So much that I couldn't be around to meet Team Wayfinder, or when Artemis... She shakes her head and kind of tries to push away the thought of Artemis's death back then. And after a deep breath, she collects herself again and continues. When Eternatus first woke, neither I nor anyone else could do anything to stop it from ravaging Castus City. Since I had been hunting the Liliths, because what happened in the city sent a ripple that further destabilized things. It wasn't until I learned about Artemis's revival and Team New Dawn that I sought help in stopping the Liliths. So I went to meet them and get reacquainted with my friend. Apollo was hesitant at first, but when he learned that I knew Artemis, he came around to what I had to offer. We were able to stop Eternities and the Liliths, but the impact of what happened before remained. I've been spending the last 3 decades fixing any of the anomalies I found, but it became clear something else is here. Eternatus wasn't the sole cause, and whatever's causing these distortions now needs to be dealt with before they can get out of hand.
Well, at least we're not getting blindsided with this problem now.
Street, you were like super quiet when you said that.
At least we're not being blindsided by this problem this time.
Yeah. I'll try and do what I can to help with the distortions, but I can only assume that the instability of this timeline, possibly merging with my own, is causing mirrored events to happen. These distortions are probably being mirrored from what happened in my world. That's the only thing I can guess.
And we still don't know a way that we can stop these distortions from happening, correct? Or at least minimize, how do we at least mitigate the impact of them?
The only thing you can do is just take them out when they appear. At least what I've found and what has happened in my world is they only seem to appear in mystery dungeons, where time and space is the most unstable.
Was there any significance between that cave that we went to, other than the fact it was a mystery dungeon?
I don't think so. And
Hold on, you're saying time and space. Wasn't there that small temple nearby about time?
the Temple of Time? Yeah, there's an old friend that I met there, but she's been sort of helping me with the distortions, trying to deal with them.
Not so much a temple, but a small shrine with a celebi.
Oh, you can expect offshoots to be just everywhere surrounding the main temple.
That wouldn't be any source of distortion.
No.
Okay.
If anything, they'd be working to stabilize them.
Yeah, you
Fair
could say
point.
that. Felis told me that you came across someone at the end of the cavern.
Glamio.
Yes. And they're dead. Apparently they were under the influence of that same drug that the Zealots of Sorellen were passing around back in their day.
Heard of Procuriers, and she seems a little tense at the mention of the Zealots again. That doesn't seem right.
Remind me, what does this drug do once more?
It
The
makes
drug,
it...
when someone is under the influence of it, effectively shuts off any sort of pain or immune receptor that you have, making you uncannily resistant to any sort of cajoling stimuli that you take if you were ever hit with an attack. So you'd be able to last a lot longer in a fight. The downside is any injuries that you take can lead towards death if you take enough of them.
Then I only have one thing to ask. Is there any visible way to identify someone had taken it without hurting them?
Not that I know of. They might be a little more crazed, but that's not a universal symptom. The only thing you really know is something that should have put them on their back, they're just shrugging off.
I'll have to talk to Rain about this. The fact that this drug is still here and the idea that these Liliths might also be back is concerning.
I had intended to try and brief him on it, though. I suppose it's late enough that he's probably gone to bed by now.
Most likely. Felix probably reported to him, but I think it'd be best to wait until tomorrow morning.
Is there a duration on this drug? Or is it just constant?
I think I think after you take it, it lasts about a day.
Give or take. And it has a hell of a hangover afterwards.
So the best reasonable course of action would be knockout.
You can't knock someone out once they're under the influence.
Then
You keep fighting them until they're down. There's no way to deal with them otherwise.
that makes it more difficult than it would be.
Sounds pretty immoral, doesn't it?
There's gotta be something.
If there is, I haven't found it, and neither has Team Newton, and they know more about this than anyone would. After all, they're the ones that destroyed the factory that produced it. Apparently, there's still more.
Let's just hope that it's only stragglers that got out before the factory was destroyed and it's not being made anywhere else.
We can only hope. It's late now. We should probably get to sleep, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow.
Speaking of, Castor, how's that injury?
I've had worse. I'll live.
Place now looks over at the Pikachu. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Got a lot to say, but seems it's already been said. That or gonna keep it to myself for now.
Well, let's get some rest, and I'll talk to Rain as soon as I can. When we find anything, we'll tell you tomorrow morning, alright?
If you do find anything in relation to that drug, I can probably help research with any others. But part of me really wants to try and figure out a way to try and help them. It's kind of in my nature. I have to.
The more we know, the better.
Well, perhaps you can talk to Anik about comparing notes on that sort of thing.
Possibly. But Shakes looks at Serenity and gives her a brief nuzzle for turning back to the team, and it's like, I'll see you tomorrow, alright?
Good night.
And afterwards, Serenity sort of glows before drawing the blue flame back to her, and her fur slightly glimmers with the light of the fire before it disperses.
That was cool.
Flash
that's how
fire
you
is
put
a
it out.
lovely thing.
Neat.
So that's how you disperse it.
How do you do that?
Well, it's called Flashfire. All Nine Toes can do that.
Would a Finnegan be able to do that? He is a fire type, as far as I know.
I don't think so. But
I know I can't, but it was a curious question.
well, good night, guys.
What do you all make of this?
Ugh.
It's late. I can say I
Need to
understand it, but I need to mull this over a lot.
Likewise. Sounds insane, if I'm being honest.
Some say insanity has its own method to madness.
I'll believe it when I see it. Either way. Okay. Ow. I think I just popped something in my back. All right.
Orb.
Off we go to sleep, I guess.
It is, in fact, heckin' late. Where's the beds? I don't remember.
They are to the left side of the map. As far as I know, here. Because we had our views reset, I would have to look
Probably
look around and
follow
see.
the others.
Yeah. I think you're actually right next to it, Caster.
Thought I was?
Let me look.
What are you looking
No,
for?
that's not it.
Can't remember where the beds are.
Where the
Left
guild hall, yeah, the guild house.
Further
hall
up
is.
north.
Oh, it's
Oh, so it is further. Got it. Whoop.
I was going the wrong way.
Yeah.
We haven't been on this map in a while, okay?
Well, it's not even that. It's just it's nighttime and all the shadows got reset. So. Yeah, here
Well,
it is.
It's
This is
also
the right way.
technically a different map.
Slightly. Yep, found it.
I have 2 maps for day and night.
Yep. I went the wrong way for a brief moment there.
Nap time.
Sleep time.
See, my brain was still remembering the Old Town map, and when there wasn't anything over on this left side.
Oh yeah. That'll do it.
Alright, so everyone goes to sleep for the night. And now, before the next morning, Bryce, and 8,000.
Yep. Okay. Entry number 5. That mission that we just went on had me on edge. We were tasked with investigating the appearance of some strange ghosts. Initially, I dismissed it as some ghost types just trying to have a laugh. But once we saw it for ourselves, well, that changed everything. Pokemon of various shapes and sizes, glowing green, disappearing upon defeat, being harmed by typing that would normally be ineffective against them. Had I been the only witness of it, I would think myself mad. Was that wall truly a passage into the realm of fantasy? At least I marked the way out so we knew how to escape, but evidently it didn't matter much. Those two on the bridge, yeah, they weren't a joke. I thought we could just get past them, but if that Mightyena didn't pop up, the mission would have ended before it even began. Though I do have to appreciate Apollo on something. Having almost perished myself in water, it was wrong of me to desire them to have such a fate over something so petty. Especially with my own experiences. Death shouldn't be so quickly given just because someone inconvenienced you. This is something I need to remember going forward. It's a quote that I've learned. I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then. Oh, you like that? I got it from one of the books in the library. It's nice to pick up the hobby again. The mission we went on was so fantastical and outlandish. It felt good to go back and, venture on a literary side of things. Most would call me a nerd for enjoying a story or two, so it's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I can't check it out. I won't bring it back to the guild hall or bring it to my room. Especially given who I stay with, it would give that damn Evie more ammunition to chide me with. Oh yeah, there was a Glamio that we came across that drugged themselves. Seen the drug enough times to know exactly how it works, exactly what it does, good idea on how it's made. Apollo freaked out about it, wanted to figure out why it was still a thing. The good old guild master thought he got rid of it all. Bet Team New Dawn did too. You got rid of the production, but you can't get rid of an idea, the recipe, the thing that gets passed down from voice. Something that they learned, but they never would share. After all, given what history has shown, if the rescuers can keep a low profile and wait till everything blows over, so can they. As for what Glacialis told us, I'm not going to write about that. I'm taking that to my grave. End of entry 5.
Nice. Hey, Dyson?
I don't have an entry yet. I haven't been able to write. I've only gotten it up to the part where
Alright.
the base disappears, so I don't really have a chance to have the rest of the journal entry yet.
Alright, we can do that
Wait
next
for the
session.
start of next
Not a
session.
problem.
You could just do double entry at that point.
Yeah. Alright, and the next morning.
Are we back to full health yet?
Pretty sure we are.
Yeah.
Was that a yes we are or yes we are not?
You are.
Do. So we did heal.
Yep.
Pog.
You're not Allie.
Caster's like, Caster's just like, my fresh health.
Do we heal an injury?
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just need a soundboard with the Poké Center sound effect whenever that happens.
Boom, boom, boo, doo, boo.
And Apollo has left the room.
No, not yet.
He seemed to be in a hurry.
Apollo hears some chatter coming from down here.
Out of character, who grabbed the TM again?
That would be
Padrock.
Padrock, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I took it from him.
He handed it to Levi after.
That's what I
Remember,
thought.
he smacked his head and then Levi took it.
Oh yeah, right.
Right.
To protect them from
Right.
doing it again.
We're going to need to talk to Emmy about that TM. She might be able to tell us more about it. It's her specialty after all.
As the team
Yep.
comes from their rooms, they hear chatter from the lounge room.
Morning.
Oh, this is certainly a gathering.
Hello, guys. I expect you slept, well, probably as well as you could after yesterday.
I don't know
I
about
slept-
you, but I slept like a rock.
Was that a joke?
I'd have no idea what you're talking about.
Levi's just staring at Alavi, but just smiling softly. Okay, so you do have a sense of humor. Good.
And so she just shakes her head with a little smile. And then suddenly, loud keys are heard. So, Glacialis kind of smiles at Castor and So you can play too, huh?
I've been learning how to since I was little.
Out of character, I'm just thinking of that scene out of Aristocats with the cats on the piano.
Everybody wants to be a V.
This is true. Not everybody, but this is true.
Everybody wants to be V.
So Limzilla just looks around at the others. So everyone's here. So we had a little talk with Rain about what you found. And, well, I think Lacey and Alice pretty well spoke about the distortions already. But what you found, that Glamio, who was drugged up, we don't really have an explanation for that. No matter how much we try and figure it out, we're not. There's just so much we don't know.
You make it sound like they weren't drugged at all.
The Glamio?
Are we trying to find out where the drug came from, or whether or not it's the same thing from back then?
We're trying to find out why it's still around.
A drug was
Since it-
never something that could be mass produced. There were only a few places it could be made. And Team New Dawn destroyed the facility that created the critical component that was on the Dead Sea. That's the only place one of the key ingredients occurred naturally, and you can't synthesize that stuff in a lab. At least not that part of it.
There may be one person who might know about it, but
Who would it be?
I'm not
Go
happy.
for it. I know exactly who she's referring to out of character.
I'm not happy about having to send you all to meet him, but he's the only one I know who could possibly say anything about it.
Ooh,
Desalute.
and Padrock reels back.
I thought he discarded that name years ago.
One thing
Who
is
are we
just
talking about?
some habits just don't die.
Someone my father knew. He headed up the whole New Masters. And, well, he's doing a stretch for life with no chance of getting out.
Hmm.
I think it was their name started with a P, but I can't.
And
That's what it was.
I'm sure you know about him well, Apollo.
my dad spoke about him a few times. I mean, it was what happened to him, what caused him to become who he was. My dad wanted to make sure that no matter what, I got to choose my own way in life, and as long as I was happy with it, I wasn't hurting anyone else. I got to do what I wanted.
He wanted
So I
you
came
not
here.
to take the same path that Pan did.
Correct. He was obviously worried when I told him I wanted to form a rescue team with Castor, but I told him I thought he was my hero. I thought he was the coolest person in the world. And I wanted to be just like him someday.
Wow.
I imagine he
Motivation.
was happy about that.
He was, and well, Mom doesn't ever let him forget the expression that he had on when I told him that.
Well, if you think you're able to speak to him, then you should head to Mava City.
Do we really have to be the ones to go talk to him? Surely we have some more experienced adventure team that could talk to him.
Team New Dawn is currently out doing their thing, so We don't really have anyone else to send.
And given the fact that that we have someone that just so happens to be related to him, we can probably get in and out relatively quickly without having to worry about all the paperwork of visiting someone behind bars.
Patrick, if you get any higher on that couch, you will fall off.
I've already fallen onto this thing.
And Lucas here says about the distortions. We're gonna do everything in our power to deal with them, Felix and I, but we can't guarantee that there won't be more. So if you ever run into any of them, just remember how you dealt with them before and just be safe.
I'm sorry.
Yes, so I'm so glad they got there.
I got it.
Sorry.
You have to read it in his voice, though.
Eat this.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Oh.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I didn't catch the reference. I just thought that whole exchange was just weird, silly.
I was spoofing the start of My Hero Academia.
Yeah. Are you familiar with All Might?
Out of character, I have not seen anything in regards to My Hero Academia. Sansi,
yeah,
I know you're hearing this. It's true. I have not watched a second of it, and I have been told for the last several months that Artemis and Hallie are supposed to kidnap you for that, but I think they're too chicken shit scared to do it.
Even though you've never seen it, can you give us a Go Beyond Plus Ultra?
What?
The phrase.
Yeah, that is where it came from.
But
So there's a character named All Might.
but
He's
yeah,
voiced by Piccolo.
But yeah, so anyways, Glacialis looks between the teams like, I'm really sorry to have to make you do this, but I hope you'll understand. You're the only ones that can.
We'll be up to the task.
Well, if Apollo's all right with it, then hey, what do we got to lose?
She's steps out with Serenity, and when you guys are ready, go to your ship, and I'm sure you know the way, right?
Yeah, Malva City is pretty tough to miss, even among the Indigo Mountains.
Well, it should be an easy trip for you.
I wonder why they call them the Indigo Mountains.
Well, if we ever find Eaton's spatial stone, when we go back in time and meet the cartographers, I suppose we could chat them up about it.
You know that's not what I meant.
And Glacialis just sort of gives a low glare at Apollo. I wouldn't advise that.
I'm being facetious.
I know.
Eaton's what stone?
I'm not sure it's safe to repeat what he just said.
It's
So Apollo is becoming a paradox. Is that what I'm hearing?
his namesake was. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Levi, are you coming?
Yeah, I am. Just taking a moment to my thoughts.
You can do it while walking, yes?
Are we planning on stopping after we get to Mava City or after this town session, or how far are we planning on going?
I kind of plan on just having an exploration around Mava and the conversation with Desalup.
All right.
Maybe like
pause
before the conversation, maybe.
Possibly. Depends on how long the exploration takes.
Yeah.
We don't want to be stuck in piecemeal sessions after all. Because there will be too many cliffhangers.
Anyway.
I can only take so many.
Out of character, did we get paid for that last mission?
Linzilla's actually gonna come out and do that in a moment.
All right.
You alright, Levi?
Yeah, I'm just thinking on how to proceed.
Well, might want to be quick about that because everybody's already near the ship.
You already trying to get out of here?
Not yet. Apollo
Yeah,
has
we gotta go to Emmy.
Apollo has 2 stops to make. Technically 3 tasks. One involves the hidden power TM. Another involves Apollo checking back with Emmy about another TM.
Hi, Gran.
Hello, Caster.
Me-
Hi, Apollo and everyone. What can I do for you?
We found a TM while we were out in the field the other day, and well, we wanted to try and make sure we understood fully what it did before we either used it or sold it.
Can I take a look at it?
Sure.
Levi has it.
He's on his
Right
way.
here.
Like I said, on his way.
Excuse me, let me just.
That was your last character.
Huh?
I'm late, kind of thing.
Look at what I said in the chat.
Anyway, he just reaches into the pouch and sets the hidden power on the countertop very carefully, without any risk of trying to crack it, scratch it, shatter it, and or break it. Just, with purposeful caution, just sets it down and backs away slowly.
Emmy just comes over and takes a look at it. After a moment, she's like, It appears this has to move hidden power.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
It's a move that... How do I explain this?
Doesn't see a lot of use.
No, it basically has a different effect depending on who uses it. Every Pokemon has sort of a latent type in them that isn't what their actual type is. And Hidden Power basically brings that out. It brings out your hidden power, so to speak.
Oh, well, that's funny. I feel like I've already had that happen to me. Only a little more literal.
But it's not easy to tell what someone's hidden power is until they use it. There are some people who can figure it out, but they're pretty far and few between.
You're not one of them?
Unfortunately not.
You know someone who might?
I actually can.
Oh. When did you get there?
I followed Levi out. She just
Yep.
sort of walks over and just like, I was trained in my home to see what people can do, and in a way I actually learned how to figure out what their hidden power is.
I see. But
So-
would that not use the TM in particular?
You would have to use the TN to learn it, but I can figure out what you have before you do, so you don't waste it.
I see. Well, I guess I'll volunteer then, if necessary.
Bring this up. And so she goes over to Alavi and she's like, "Can you give me your paw?"
Sure.
That's not. She says, "Show me the goods."
Show me the goods. Just like presents beans.
So she takes his paw and sort of just closes her eyes for a moment, concentrating. It appears your hidden power is the poison type.
How ironic. I'm resistant to that particular typing, if I remember correctly.
I'll take a gamble if you don't mind.
She looks at Levi and holds her paw out.
And he
Fitting-
would set it on hers.
Say fitting hidden power. He's a medic. He knows powers of the pharmacist.
So she takes his paw and closes her eyes, focusing for a moment.
Ooh.
So it appears your hidden power is the water type.
Huh.
Seems we're using the opposites here.
Imagine that.
Anyone else who wants
Bedrock
to know?
step forth.
She takes his paw.
Mhm.
Your hidden power seems to be the ice type.
I am right. These are coming out as the complete opposites of our typing.
Based on the dice, and the dice say opposite. Okay.
Pad,
Three
Three in a
Padrock-
row. Can we do a fourth?
Padrock lifts his paw, looking it over. Huh. I guess if I can give heat, I could take it away.
She looks at Faster and Apollo.
Padrock, why did you put on the stone mask?
The what?
Why?
The stone mask.
Where?
Faster,
I think that's a
Apollo.
JoJo reference.
It is a motherfucking JoJo.
Apollo shakes his head and raises a paw to pass. He's not interested in hidden power.
She looks at Faster.
Why not?
So she takes his paw.
Yes.
Your hidden power appears to be the flying type.
Ah, yes, the flying Eevee.
It just balloon Pikachu, but Eevee.
She sets her paw down and looks between them. So those
I
are what
always-
they are.
Now, closest thing we get to Balloon Eevee is Caster inhaling helium in front of Apollo and speaking with the squeaky voice.
Oh, no. I have something perfect for this. I always thought you were full of hot air, Caster, but this is ridiculous.
Not exactly hot air.
I think Castor just saw something terrifying.
I did. If it were not for the laws of this land, I would have slaughtered you.
Alright.
Emmy just smiles at Lincilla and then looks between them. So, it seems that's that.
So we have choices here. We have ice, water, poison, and flying.
And whatever in goodness' name Apollo would get.
Might also be best to put your types on your page. Your bio.
Way ahead of you.
I don't think I would have to do that, because I'm pretty sure I remember Harm Assist.
You'll have to talk to him.
Excuse me.
Probably not going to have it.
I think I'll pass for now. But if anybody else wants it, it's all yours.
Likewise.
Hey, Emmy,
Yes.
did you get a chance to look into that TM that I asked you about the other day?
Me. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find it yet, but I will
Darn.
keep looking.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'll meet you guys over at the airship. One more stop I'd like to make.
Out of character. What are these?
You're allowed to talk to them.
Go find
You have
out.
to go talk to them.
Yeah, go find out. Go talk to him. I see a golden mian chow though.
It's time to go get our coffee.
Okay.
And oh, look, what are these?
Oh look, what are
It's
these?
a man shell and a what? Like what Pokemon?
That's
are they?
not a Minshao.
It looked like a mian chow to me. The
It
purple one,
is
anyway.
not
It
a
is not a
Mian
Min Chow. Can confirm.
The one on the right. If I can open her sheet. Pop this here.
Oh,
That is the one on the right.
okay.
Like I
And
said, not a Minshao.
the one on the
The
left.
head typed made me think otherwise, but this is clearly not a real Pokemon.
The one on the left has this look.
Pokemon are those supposed to be?
Or not.
It looks like it's about to like keep looking up, follow you, and then just like flop over on its back.
Like a sea lion.
Or a dog.
And these two
I went
ferrets are
sideways
just
glanced at Mako.
and these two ferrets are just kind of like over in the field, chatting with each other, kind of just playing around the way ferrets do.
Fluffy noodles.
Did we get our
Oh,
money?
that's what you meant by ferret. Okay.
Yeah. Look, I know Glacial's characters.
Eh.
They do notice you and just sort of look at you curiously, twitching their ears.
Hello?
Hi there.
Is it me you're looking for?
Hi there. What's your names?
Levi, what am I
Aspen.
looking at right now?
I don't know.
Sorry, who did you ask that?
He's asking all of them.
Hey, Levi would look over to Aluvi, just shrug a moment before looking back. Name's Levi.
Oh, Levi, I've never heard that name before.
I'm going to go out on a limb and assume you're friends with Glacy.
You could say that.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yes, they ask a question and we shall half answer it.
We're
Scenario.
we're friends by extension. See, we're friends with that Zoroark over there.
Friend
Okay.
of a friend.
Points over to the clinic where Zane is.
Your Glacialis number is 2, I understand.
2 degrees of separation. Close enough.
And she flutters her wings and they sort of drop little tiny sparks. Well, my name is Lynira, and this is Terrano. He just sort of looks at the EV and leans over and goes your nose to nose. Sniff, 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 sniff.
Well, it's nice to meet the two of you, but if I may ask, since everyone's curious, what are you two?
Oh, they call my species a fear thing. And they call him an Olfero.
Huh. I'm not certain how you spell that.
Glacy put it in the chat.
No, I know. That was him in character. He legitimately doesn't know.
Got it.
And Terranos just sort of sniffing at the EV all over the nose and then just kind of perks up and then lick.
You two... Are the evolutions by Eevee by any chance?
Oh, no. We're not anywhere related to Eevee.
Then what are you related to?
Our own thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met these.
Hey,
As far as I know, we're the only ones here.
I believe it.
And she looks over at Terrano and says, "Hey, What are you sniffing at? You smell good? He's like, he smells funny. He smells like books.
Patrick just inching further and away. Like, ever so slightly.
Like books.
I'm not
We're
sure
talking the
if I-
new. We're talking the newly printed books, or the ones that have been hit by water, or
Ugh, mildew. Ugh. I'm not sure
Yes.
whether I should be flattered or insulted.
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, don't mind him. We're a little direct in our how we speak. Just kind of saying we learned from our own word.
I see.
Hey, Terrano, let's come on. I see some over there. Let's check it out. Terrano just looks over at her, and she gives a little wave to them before the two kind of just wiggle off.
Noodle
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
away.
wiggle, wiggle.
They seem friendly enough.
What you gonna do with that big fat butt?
God damn it.
Do not smell like books.
Well, they didn't
Yeah.
specify what kind of books. I mean, it could have been a wet book. It could have been a dusty one.
Down south, Apollo has entered the house.
Oh, Apollo snuck off.
Hello there,
Yes.
He
Apollo.
did stick off.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing here?
Pretty good, actually. I've been asked to take a trip out to Mava City, and 1 second, I have to mute. Somebody's coming through the room. Okay, I'm back. I've been asked to go out to Malva City, so figured I'd come by, say hello to you, wish you the best, and see what was going on here, if anything at all.
Well, just the usual. But it seems like you're making a bit of a trip, aren't you?
Yeah. Playing more piano, are we? Paul says, coming up to the piano and for the moment setting his head on top of the keys until like a few of them played, and then he immediately withdraws his head.
She sort of giggles and pats him on the head. Well, like usual.
I never did get good at playing these things, and Paul looks at his paws. I don't think that's about to change. I'm not small like Caster who can just dance across the keys.
Can't hold back the giggle, and she's like, "Well, I have heard him play a few times. He's pretty good."
Now, it's good to see you again. I wish you the best.
Well, I hope you do well out there.
I'll try. And by the way,
Yes.
I heard my dad mentioning something that you actually had one of your kids out there, like he's either studying law or he's passed the bar and he's a lawyer now. Like, what's going on with that?
Oh, you mean Michael? Yeah, he's a lawyer.
Yeah. Should I let him know you said hello if I see him?
Sure.
All right. I'll make sure he hears that.
Thank you.
All right. See you later.
You too, dear.
Apollo heads on his way out of the house.
So, back up to the tavern. So yeah, how are you feeling, Marty?
It's 9 minutes to 9, so
I can probably like finish up this town session. But after that, I kind of want to
Yeah.
lay down if that's all right, because my leg is acting up.
Probably when you get to the prison, then we'll stop there.
For sure.
It's actually something I would like to ask Emmy.
Drink some water already. Yes, dear?
It just occurred to me just now. Do you perhaps happen to have a TM in relation to a steel typing? I've forgotten the name. It's like a ray of light?
Flash cannon?
Flash? Yeah, I believe so.
Let me check. She goes back and starts rummaging through things.
Ooh.
Comes back out. I'm sorry, but I don't seem to have it. My stock of TMs is pretty short today.
Well, it was worth a try. You might find it someday.
If I do, I'll let you know.
It's
Levi's,
just something that it is something that just occurred, so I figured I may as well ask.
Levi's over here by the me and Shao and Absol.
Yep. Lucio and Fiamme, right?
Yeah, that's us. What's up?
I have an odd request, if you wouldn't mind hearing me out.
Go on.
Given what happened yesterday with my team,
With the distortions?
yes, we've been slowly but surely getting into much more heavier things to deal with. And I don't feel as though I'm prepared for it at all. Given what I saw of you two in the center of the lake, I wanted to ask if the opportunity presents itself, could I train with you guys?
Train with us? Well, I don't see why not.
And yes, I will be careful. I do know for a fact that you guys are much stronger than me, but I still want to try at least. If anything, it'll help me get stronger before I head out into the field.
I don't see why not. What do you think, Lucio? Worth a try.
Thank you. Not today, of course. I'm sure you guys have a competition coming up anyway, but later.
Well, me and my cousin don't really train all that much, but we do occasionally when we get the chance.
I see. But thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Sure, anytime.
And with that, it's going to be a quick bow before he makes his way off.
Leave a smile and wave at him.
And of course, there's one more thing I'm going to do. Not that.
Not phase through the wall, totally not.
Jump onto the cup. Take a sip.
Just like the poor cups.
I'm not trying to get coffee either. Just same thing as usual. Head up here, check the progress, and try once more to understand what he's looking at. A bit more success, at least.
So, the panel seems to be developing pretty near its completion, but you can't quite tell exactly where it's going to be leading.
Can he does he know? I mean, he knows what it does. He just doesn't know what it will do. Like what? How do I put that in words? He knows what it's called. He knows what it's supposed to do. He has no idea if it will do what it's supposed to do, though.
Well, you can see the wires up to the table here with computer parts, and they seem to be pretty well assembled, almost a full computer. And it seems that this computer might control what it does when it's finished.
Huh. Fascinating. Though I probably shouldn't stay here. I don't want to upset Eden or that brainiac of a fox. Let's see. Where is...
Faster down here.
Yeah, he was just going to talk to Emmy before they head out.
What's up, dear?
Oh. We're going to be heading into Mava City.
So I heard.
Did you hear why?
Yes, you're gonna be talking with him.
Yes, we... I don't know how... I'm not sure how to feel about it.
Well, just try not to act on your emotions, okay, dear?
I'll try. Knowing what he did, though, it's...
Difficult, I know.
That's an understatement.
Just be careful, okay, dear?
All right. I will.
I'll see you soon.
Be back tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah.
Assuming the ship doesn't crash.
I don't think so.
And that was pretty much all I wanted to do.
Yeah. As the team gets onto the ship, Linsilla comes over and is like, "Hey, before you guys go, I almost forgot to give you these." She hands out 750 Poke to each of them.
Oh.
You guys took a particularly
Thank you.
dangerous mission, and let's just say I don't want you having to get into that kind of situation again.
We'll be careful when we're out there.
I hope so. Good luck, you guys, and take care when talking to him.
Does she already give us the payments?
Yeah,
Yes.
750 each.
Okay. Kind of zoned out for a moment, sorry.
I am going to do a small roll, though. Two, actually. That's not exactly what I had in mind, but it'll work.
What are you doing, Levi?
Roll to figure out how I wanted to make a certain post.
Linsilla just gives a bow to them before wandering off back to the tavern. Alright, and everyone is ready to head off to Mava.
To the Indigo Mountains.
The Indigo Plateau.
Which is definitely not Indiegogo.
So everyone heads from New Treasure Town over to the northeast to Mava City.
Making my way downtown.
And
I must see Wingle. Oh, heck, where are we?
down here.
There we are.
Okay.
Well, looks like the parking situation wasn't too bad.
That was quite the long trip.
Well, Cassie is a big place.
Be
A
thankful.
little bigger than I imagined.
Give me a moment. Let me just. Like, Levi just takes a moment to sit down on the ground. It's like, I'm never gonna get used to flying around so freaking high in the air.
I'm impressed we were able to get here so fast. That was a beautiful view. I never thought I could see Cassia like that.
You were saying, Caster?
Nothing, it's fine.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we've got a pretty good market if we head into town and hang a right here. I hear there's a fight club just to the left if anyone is really looking to do any sort of that stuff there. Though if they just want to watch, I hear the bartender here makes a hell of a Mai Tai.
Curious.
A fight club.
Yes, a fight club.
I imagine there were fighting types plenty.
Well, it was more than just fighting types, but yeah, you get the idea. Anywho, I'm going to see if what needs to happen as far as us getting access to Desolute. There is a lead that I have that I'm going to start chasing down, specifically the son of that woman I went to talk to earlier, Allura. Her son is a prosecutor here, and I'll see what I can do on that front.
Do we really need a prosecutor to go see him?
If he doesn't have the ability to get us access to Desolute, he'll know who does.
Can we not just go there and ask?
I mean, they could just as easily turn us away, but this just makes sure that we have the actual permission we need to get in there. Anyway, I actually do need to speak to him about other things, but yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Seems like a number of holes to jump through, but what do I know? I'm just a nomad.
Well,
Did you gotta do, Apollo?
Okay. Cass, are you
Laws are
coming?
very different each time, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, well, you two are going together.
Out of character, I'm just gonna poke around and check the shops real quick.
Yeah.
And then lay down for a little bit because, ow, it's getting bad.
Legs
Understood.
into
All right.
Real bad.
I'll
Got it.
probably bring her around at least until they get to the jail, and then when we get there, then we'll stop.
Okay,
you.
okay.
Where are the markets? Let's find out, shall we?
Oh, hi,
At
Cody.
at the fork, hang a right, just like Apollo said.
We could probably get Gugu to cameo.
Gugu?
Probably.
Maybe. Depends on if they're here.
Does Gugu even have a character? Oh yeah, Cody.
Cody,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
We're vibing in the Fight Club.
So also Super's character, but I digress.
This is true. Map, stop doing the thing.
Map, very angy, very heavy.
Apollo knocks at the door to the law office and waits outside.
Hold on. So Apollo gets to the office and when he knocks on the door, a Lucario comes over and opens it.
Objection!
Objection!
Oh, hi there, Apollo. How can I help you?
Well, Mr. Aaron, first off, your mother says hello, and I'd like your advice on something to make sure I can do this right the first time I'm here.
What's up?
I'm currently operating as part of a rescue team, and we have been tasked with getting an interview with a prisoner who's currently in Supermax. Does the name
Right.
Desolute ring any bells?
Yes. He's one of the ones that's kept in isolation.
Well, we need to speak with him about a few things. You wouldn't happen to know how we'd be able to get past a lot of the red tape to see him, correct?
If you're meaning to speak with Desolute, then I'm gonna have to go in and get permission to open up the isolation, but pretty sure I can get you in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Well, your mother still says hello, and she loves you very much and all that, so... But I could stop by.
Thanks very much.
Not a problem.
Let her
Oh
know.
yeah, and these are two of my teammates. This is Levi over here.
Levi would just give him a quiet but firm bow.
And this is Alavi.
Well, pleasure to meet you two.
The team's budding medic over here. And our street smart specialist.
I'm gonna just say Pathfinder and go with that.
I don't think street smarts has a much better ring to it. And it makes you sound cooler. Am I wrong?
Where are you,
I suppose not.
Pastor?
Top right corner of the map.
I can't see through there.
I can see through this wall on the right.
There is no order there.
So I saw some icons and I'm like, I probably shouldn't be able to see this.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Okay, I'll poke around elsewhere then.
Can you still see it?
Yes, though that might be because like the map is.
Oh no, you have control of the character in there.
Oh, I'm a dummy.
Yeah. It's good. Get back to Apollo.
Oh yes, and another team member of ours, our occult specialist. This is Padrock. Padrock? This is Michael Aaron.
Good pleasure.
He's the prosecutor here.
Out of character, I think I see what you did there. In character,
I definitely see what you did there.
Can't believe he's gonna fucking die.
So,
that's-
for those of you following along in chat, one of the things, and this is actually true about my IRL family, is there are names that come up a lot as far as the naming of children. Within my personal family, I'm not going to tell you my last name, but several names that come up include, but are not limited to, William, Gerald, Theodore, and Nicholas.
Hmm.
So that's sort of the if you're paying attention to this campaign as well as Rise of the Guildmasters, you will definitely see some recurring themes there.
Fair enough.
Pastor passes by 3 people who he might not be too fond of.
It's just the meme of the 2 people in the car just glaring at each other.
So he gives a little nod to them and says, I'll see what I can do, and I'll let you know when anything comes up.
Thank you.
I have been all around the town and found no markets.
Really?
There actually is one.
Am I just blind?
Might not have seen it because it's inside a building.
Maybe. We can visit it later. I need to lay down.
Go for it.
Pain.
All right. Tap the brakes here then.
Yeah, probably.
Oh god, I just noticed the Grovile there.
Hmm.
I'm actually gonna just make a post. like Levi is just like decided to go to the flowers, sniff them a bit, but quite literally almost bumped into the grove while not even noticing they were right there. It's like, oh,
Watch your head.
So,
noticed.
if we want, we continue until the jail, and I'll just bring Casper around with us. You can... If you want to watch, then you can.
I'd actually like to hold off on the jail scene until we can actually have Castor.
We'll do that after the next session.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just take us there, and we'll pick up there next week.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I am taking time to...
Yeah, you can explore around the town if you want.
Oh, hey, there's another one here.
And Roll20 is now being a prick.
So, to explain, Levi is towards the center, bottom center of town, I suppose. Like, take the bar and fight club and go to the right.
There was a shop in this building over here.
Yeah, Levi's to the left of the shop.
So, first, with the party split, the three up here come to a rundown building, and inside they can hear some piano playing. And inside the building, they can see a Sableye playing on a very old-looking piano. But he seems to be playing very well.
Going to just join the team.
Padrock's gonna... Should we be watching him like this?
Out of character, is this piano music the stuff that he's playing right now?
Yeah.
Maybe we should leave him be.
Apollo nods to Padrock before taking a look around. I was about to say, Levi looked like he had a really big nose with that chair on top of him.
The chair was under me.
Because you were controlling the token, so you were on top of it. And
Oh, well.
so you come in and listen to the Sableye, and the Grobau just comes over and waves at the party and like, hey.
Hello.
Well,
Is this your local flower patch here?
Oh no, it's part of the town, but I come here often. I see you're curious about that guy in there.
yeah.
Maybe a little.
Pretty good player.
Well, why don't we go in again?
Okay.
Well, since we're invited, I suppose.
This Sableye has been in this town for quite a while, and he seems to mean well, but I can't always understand the things that he says.
So, someone who speaks in riddles.
Not really, it's like he doesn't really know what he's saying at all. And the Sableye here, while he's playing, just randomly starts speaking. If anyone wants to roll perception to hear him.
Sure, might as well try to listen in.
Give me just a sec here.
Double sixes. Oh,
It exploded. It exploded and the whole park was on fire. Everything was on fire.
Who
Oh.
hears that?
Everyone hears it.
Adra turns to Grofal. Does he respond okay to people talking to him?
Sometimes, but it's like he's in his own world.
Adra
Um,
gonna turn to the spirit. What exploded?
It exploded. There was someone. No, that wasn't true. They didn't exist.
Can I roll general education?
Go on.
For fuck these rolls. What's the second? Hmm.
The cursed ones.
If I didn't know better, I'd say he's in some manner of psychosis, if not shock.
I'll be the judge of that.
Something's on his mind, though.
Haunted by some kind of memory? It sounds like a pretty tragic event.
I got 2
Agreed.
ones on that.
And you can tell that he's not really, like, right in the mind. Not entirely there. But he seems to be recalling things, like broken things, that he can't really fully get into.
Well, Levi, there is one thing you may be right about. But I don't believe this is psychosis, but a recalling. As if he experienced it and is experiencing trauma.
I probably wouldn't go too deep into what he's saying. You're never gonna get a clear story from him. He does this often.
Well, normally I'm frightened by pianos, but the music he's playing, it just makes me not feel even the least bit startled by it.
Oh, I hear him play all the time. I live in that house down there, and he comes here and plays, like, basically every day. The things that he plays are beautiful, but sometimes also sad.
I can hear it.
There's actually, screw it. I'll do another general education roll, since I probably should. Actually, intuition instead. Finally. While his words don't make sense, if you take the words and take the music together, there's a story here. There's a story that most would never get unless you actually sit down and just take a moment to put the pieces together. He would look to the Grove out. You would probably be one of the best to put these pieces together, given, well, you live right near him and you hear the music all the time.
Maybe, but it's difficult to really get anything together. I've tried, and it's just some of the things that he says are still outlandish. Like, he talks about machines and towers and things. I don't even understand.
Well, machines aren't. Excuse me. Machines aren't too far out there nowadays. We have a number of objects of technology that we have access to.
Is he
Yet-
referring to a Reggie Steele?
I don't think so.
Do you know where he's from?
I have no idea, but he seems to have been around for quite a while. He
Hmm.
goes by Emil.
Well, a park and a city on fire. maybe I should look into this more. Check the library, see if there's anything that talks about it. If he's been around as long as you say, then an event like that should be recorded somewhere.
Maybe.
I would be right in assuming that he may have experienced some trauma.
Indeed, but the only question is not what the trauma was, but when.
Who's to
I
really
have a feeling
say?
it was not in our lifetimes. But we try to keep looking around. There's a lot to unpack here.
We would never decipher it within the given time we have. We should get going.
Indeed. Thank you so much. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, my name is Nella.
Thank you so much, Nella. And you already said thank you. I guess keep an eye on him, like make sure he eats or something, because I'm a bit worried.
I will.
They get
He's
lost
been
in the world.
I will as much as I can, but I can only do so much when I'm basic too. If
Of course.
if you guys could, whenever you visit here, could you pay him a little visit? It might help ease his struggling.
I'm sure we can pass the word along to other teams in our area.
Anything you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what he likes?
I don't really ever see him eat much.
Well, it can't go wrong with a few berries here and there.
I was thinking more trinkets. I know some ghosts feel better when they're appeased with things they had in life.
You're onto something, Padrock.
You know,
If I recall right, that species usually does like gemstones or rare earth materials.
Speaking of gemstones, he pulls out that aquamarine and starts chewing on it.
That would probably be one of them, actually.
Hmm?
Well,
What?
without
You read this?
yes, but would probably find one without teeth marks in it.
Oh. I apologize. Mouthful.
You're fine.
how are you not breaking your teeth?
Same question I would ask when you're chewing on sticks. I'm not really biting down on it.
Sticks are tasty.
Well,
Alright.
anytime you guys can, just come around and I'm sure he'll be here. He plays the piano all the time.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah.
By the way, Apollo, I did notice something.
Shoot.
Follow me.
And
This
then it
way,
just goes
guys.
back to cheerful music.
We've walked out of the area of the piano music.
That is just, the maximum sad zone.
Of course.
The emo zone. There you go.
It's in here.
To the emo zone.
No.
Oh
What
no,
if I
that's
started?
terrible.
What if I started?
Well, wherever you started, you can't stop it now. It's in here.
What is this place?
I don't know yet, but this thing's here.
You showed me this on my first day.
Wasn't that something that Eitan pointed out before?
Yes, and it's also something that I pointed out before. It is a teleport. I'm confident on this. It's a teleporter. There's one like it just in New Jersey town. The wiring's coming along pretty well though on the construction of it, but what I know is that sooner or later this one's gonna be ready, and the one in New Jersey town is gonna be ready.
So you're saying
If
we
you
wouldn't
don't-
need the airship?
So, question.
What?
Whose place is this?
I don't know yet.
We might want to figure that out before we do any more making around with this.
Oh, I wasn't gonna touch it until I knew for a fact of what it did. I'm not the person in charge of the project. I'm not touching it. I'm just admiring it.
All right.
Quite odd to find one of those here as well.
Though, given the fact that the building in New Jersey town doesn't belong to anyone except for Eden, and he doesn't live there, I'm left to think that no one lives here. If it's a teleporter, like the one that's in New Jersey town, then if anything, this is a guild hub. This would be a hub for guild members.
Well, let's make sure that Eaton catches wind of this thing and actually makes sure that his teleporter connects to this.
Of
Be a
course.
shame if we got vaporized inside that thing and never got around to getting put back together.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, if it's here, wouldn't you
Somehow
know
that
about
does
it?
not fill me with any sort of comfort.
It doesn't fill me with confidence either.
So, before we do much else, I think we should probably call it for now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm just trying to find out where the heck that market is that Castro.
Oh,
was
it's in
looking
here.
for. Wait, really?
Yep.
We were standing right up. God, of course. So this is where it was. Wait. It's a
Just gonna-
Raichu.
The
Pixie
Raichu will
dust?
sell you a Lumberry, a full Restore, a Geopebble, an apple, Pixie Dust, but that Raichu will not write you a love song.
But yeah, Castro wanted to come here, so I think we should probably start tomorrow
Yeah,
or
let's-
start next week. And
Yeah.
he can do what he wanted.
Alright,
Yep.
then let's start out here.
Yeah.
Just like we found the market. We are not in the building yet. Ta-da.
So, with that, I think, yeah, we're good to call the session, and
Done.
alright. And now to the outro. So, what do people think of this session?
I'm going to leave my thoughts here really quick, and then I need to go handle something involving puppies doing things inside that are supposed to be done outside.
Oh,
Oh,
fun.
fun.
Oh.
I was digging everything that was happening. Boss fight was interesting. That I was not expecting to see that tonight, but I picked up pretty early what was going on. I was just like, you know what? We got to go through with this. We have to come to terms with it.
Like the drug.
Oh, I figured
Yep.
that out quick, fast, in a hurry. But I was also
I'm also every time I think about the drugs, I'm just thinking of Rala imitating that drugs mean the drugs. No, we're okay. Drugs. No,
Drugs.
who invited you? Drugs. This is awkward.
Who invited this person?
All right.
Alright. Take care, Apollo. So, Bryce.
Oh, I will admit there were a few parts during the beginning that I was trying to get a word in edgewise, but I couldn't because my internet was being a bitch. But so,
Yeah.
Otherwise, I had fun. And I hold on. I need to bring my pitch lower because I'm still talking in character. One sec. That's better. Okay. So, like I said, the session was pretty good. Internet issues aside, I did enjoy the chance to work in town and do things there. There were a lot of moments where I was like, I wanted to say more things, but it was already said. And I'm like, okay. That, and I'm also getting annoyed at the fact that my rolls keep fucking me over a little bit every now and then.
Dude,
Just a little
they were
bit.
terrible. They were terrible today. We kept getting so many ones. It's ridiculous.
It's not even the battle rolls. It's just like every time I try to do a skill roll, I can't escape getting a 1 somewhere. It's like I
And then
wanted
you
to do the skill roll because
finally didn't.
I know for a fact that I'm good at this. 1. Oh.
I know I'm good at this. And I mean, I had one of the scenarios where I rolled a 7 where I had 3 1s and 2 2s. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, Harzad, what do you think?
Oh boy, where do I even start? Well, time fuckery aside, drugs. But yeah, Aluvi wants nothing more than to try and, solve that little debacle with the drugs because he's medically inclined.
Hmm. And
Like I tried to make him sound genuine. I wondered if that actually got, wrote
It
off
did.
correctly.
I wanted Levi's nomadic background to shine through that much more during that entire scene, but like I said, internet issues and Apollo kind of had everything under control, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
From a nomad to a hermit.
And 8,000, what do you think?
It's interesting to see us getting into plot. I'm honestly surprised to see that the drugs are back. I thought the piano scene was really cool.
Well, the piano scene was amazing.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. The one aside from the frustrations about getting in the note about Sears and that there are Pokemon whose abilities are basically appearing in the future. The other odd note I found about is it just seems odd that the Pokemon Devil wouldn't come up in like that name wouldn't come up in occult studies. But aside from those two picks, I think the session went pretty well. Because it's definitely neat to see the boss. Also, to get to see this revamped. And my mind, the name of the town has slipped my mind. I'm sorry.
Mava.
These maps have been really cool revamped.
Thanks. Alright, so...
I know that cast are still away, but
yeah.
I will also mention, I do like the opportunity to play with all of these NPCs in TT. Same time, it's like I'm trying to figure out what else I can do before the session comes around, so I can do that much more with be it my own characters or like with Ruben and or Rain or others.
I'm honestly still giggling over the fact that the hidden power ended up coming up as poison type for him because he's a medic and now he becomes the harm assist. That's perfect.
I still have the hidden power TM on me.
Yeah, we didn't really decide what to do with it yet, but who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sure. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah. So we are going to raid. I don't really see anyone on except for a certain Prima. They've been going for a while, but
Yeah.
if we raid her and she ends, then she'll raid someone else, so
Check. No, they're still going.
yeah. She's been going for 6.5 hours. So
She usually
raid,
goes for like 12 or 1 o'clock my time.
yeah. So we will be raiding Mako, and they are currently playing Disco Asylum. I haven't heard of that game, but yeah. So until next week, we will be seeing you then, same time, and I hope you all had a good time. So
Take care.
later.
Take care.
Go get her.
Give him the flippies.